Hey, it's Time of the Butcher for Wise Guys Barbecue, back with another exciting video for you today. We're going outside the box and doing a smoked, deconstructed French onion soup. I'm gonna show you how you can make this at home, but before we get started, please like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you will not miss an episode. Stick around, we're cooking together. So National Onion Ring Day is coming up, Monday, June 22nd. Now, are we doing onion rings today? Absolutely not, unfortunately not. But as you can see, we've got some onions on the board and you're gonna love this one. So we're actually doing a deconstructed smoked French onion soup. Sounds pretty interesting, let's get going. First thing we need to do is I'm gonna cut our onions up. I'm actually gonna do a hand cut blooming onion. Similar to what they do in the restaurants when you get this big blooming onion where they deep fry it, crispy onion strings dipped into a nice dipping sauce. Well, we're gonna go outside the box a little bit and I'm gonna get these all cut as similar to like what we would do for a blooming onion, but we're gonna take that into steps unseen before, so let's get started. First thing you wanna do in order to do this, grab an onion. These are Vidalia onions. We're using Vidalia onions because they have a lot of sweetness to it and they'll be very subtle, and all these other flavors that we're gonna be adding into our soup, everything's gonna balance off quite well. So when you're cutting an onion, you got two spots, two ends of it. Where you see the hair, this frizzy part, the fuzzy part, that's actually where the root was, and that's what you wanna primarily keep intact throughout this whole process so that the onion will stay together. It won't all fall apart as you cut all these petals. You'll see in a minute. So first thing we want to do is we want to cut this part maybe about, I don't know, that much, okay? I'm not going to measure it. That's about what we want. You want to leave this intact. You don't want to touch that at this point. So all you got to do at this point is basically just peel your onion and get that first layer of skin off, the onion skin itself, because that can be a little dry, a little kind of not exactly something you would want. So we're gonna remove that as well so that we can get into the good part of the onion. All right, we've got our onion all peeled. We've got it sliced. Now, as far as this little hairy part, we wanna cut that, but we don't wanna cut too deeply because you'll see in a minute what it should be looking like. Once we slice that off very thinly, you'll see that root, the actual core right there. That's what's most important when doing this. You want to expose that. You want to place it where we cut that top off initially. Now, where this core is, we want to start cutting with the knife. You want to go about a ½ inch behind it. You don't want to go too close to it because we need that intact so it'll hold all these petals in place after we do it. So go about a ½ inch behind it and you're going to cut straight down. And we're gonna do one every 45 degrees. So basically we're gonna cut this in 4. And then each 4, we'll cut those in half. So now we have 8 petals. And you can go on and continue to cut this down even more finer. You'll get these thinner onion petals, but I'm gonna leave that just like that to keep it more intact and more, it'll give more integrity as they're smoking. You'll see in a minute why that will make sense. Just take the onion, return it back upright, and gently you want to just begin to peel away these little petals. Be careful, because if you're a little too aggressive with this, they can kind of break. All right, so there you have it. I'm not going to keep going any further. I want this onion to stay intact. If you were doing a French fried or fried blooming onion, you'd want to be a little more finer with all these little petals. You'd want more of them so that a lot of the breading can get in there and create more of a coating throughout the onion. But this is good as we have it now. And what I'm gonna do with this, we're gonna be smoking these in a cast iron pan. We're gonna be building all these onions on all our soup. So once these are all cut, just place it in the pan. I'm gonna remove these. I'm gonna do another one right now. Maybe this one will look a little bit better. All right, with this second onion, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be more careful because with the first one, if you notice some of the onion petals, they fell off from the the core of the onion. That's because I started my cut too close to the core. You really need to start that cut about a ½ inch behind it so that as you open it up, all those onion petals will remain intact. They'll have something attaching to it. If you're too close to this, then as you go to open it, everything will fall apart. The onion won't remain intact. So let's do another one and I'll show you, hopefully I'll be able to show you exactly what I'm talking about. You can see that, let me move this over here because we're gonna top down. You can see that core. The first one I started my cut a little too close to it. You wanna do it a ½ inch behind it. Now these are a little tricky at first. One thing that would help you is take your knife and kind of go in those little separations gently now, and you can open it up. If you do this and you're gentle about it, you'll be much better off. If you try to wrestle it with your hands, as I did the first one, you're gonna find that a lot of these little petals are gonna fall off. I was a little too aggressive with that first one. Good, we're gonna get that one in. All right, so there we have it. We have our 3 blooming onions, all cut, all ready to go. We've got them in a cast iron pan. I got a 12-inch cast iron skillet here that we're gonna be using as our vessel as we bring it over to the smoker. Now, we're making a soup, so I gotta get a broth going in this pot as well. Now, you could start with about a 1/4 cup of olive oil. You need a little bit of a richness to this, a little fat present, because that's really gonna enrich in our broth and give a lot of flavor and body to our broth. But got beef stock going in there. I got onions, and nothing better than some beef tallow to enhance some of that beefy flavor. So in lieu of the olive oil, we're going in with beef tallow. We're gonna go in with about a quarter cup. So I'll just get a few tablespoons into the pot. All right, next, about 3 cups of a beef stock. I'm just gonna eyeball this. Just pour it right over the onions. That'll just be more flavor added to the onions. Next, we're gonna go with a couple of bay leaves. 1, 2. And we're gonna season our onions. I got a Smoking Hogs all-purpose smoking applewood rub. Gonna go a little bit of pepper to the beef stock. A little bit of kosher salt. And we're gonna put a few sprigs of fresh tarragon. We're not gonna cut this up. It's gonna just reach in there, grab a sprig, and just add it to the liquid that's in the cast iron pan. So that's it. Our cast iron skillet is all built. We got all our onions, all our stock. This is all gonna be in the smoker for a couple hours, so stay tuned. We'll see you over at the smoker. Don't go anywhere. All right, welcome back. We're here with Olivia. Meet Olivia. You all know her by now. Olivia is our Wise Guys Barbecue Yoder YS640 smoker. We're running with hickory pellets today, and we're gonna be rolling at 300 degrees for our deconstructed French onion soup. Gotta place this right up on the top shelf. We got all our liquid, our beef broth, our tarragon, everything's ready to go. Shut the lid. We're gonna let it roll for about 2 hours, so we'll be back in an hour. We're gonna check on this and see how it's coming along. So stick around and don't go anywhere. All right, we're gonna be garnishing our soup bowls today with what's called a tuile. Now, a tuile is a French word, and it translates into roof tile. Tuile, tile. And what a tuile is like a crisp wafer. It could be sweet, it could be savory, and I'm gonna show you how you can do some right now. So I got some Gruyere cheese. It's all grated up. We're set up with a baking sheet with a silicone baking mat on it, and I have 3-inch ring molds. Very simple. You take your grated cheese. This can be done with Gruyere. You can make Parmesan crisps out of this, little wafers. So many different things you can do with this. And it's great, it makes a great garnish. So I'm gonna fill each ring mold up with our grated Gruyere cheese. And we're gonna be baking these in a 400-degree preheated oven for about 20 minutes until they get crispy brown. Then we'll let them cool off and they'll get very crispy. All right, you just wanna spread that out as evenly as you can. And that's it. We're gonna get these inside. We got our oven preheated to 400, so we'll see you inside. Stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, we're back outside. We got our Tuiles here. Yep, they took 20 minutes exactly, 400 degrees. You want to stay with it. Keep your eye on them because you don't want them to get burnt. You don't want them to get along too quick. You want to be ready to pounce on these the second they're out. But you'll know once you start seeing nice golden brown color. All right, now when you're about to remove these from the ring mold, using these silicone baking sheets will be great because they do not stick. But just take a tip of a small knife and you just want to go around the perimeter of it, but do it while it's on a hard surface. Once you've loosened that up, then you can just pop it right out. It's as simple as that. And there is your Gruyere cheese Tuile. All right, there's our Tuiles. Those are all set for our garnishing, for our soup. I got grated Gruyere, that's gonna be topped off for our soup. So we got everything under control. We're just gonna sit back, relax, and wait for those onions to come up to a good temperature, finish the smoking process, and we're gonna finish this up in a minute. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, we're 1.5 hours in. We're gonna take a look and see where we're at. All right, we're 2 hours in. Our onions are done, but we got one more step we gotta take. We need to frost the cake. We got 3 little ramekins that weren't here the last time. What was happening with our onions? They were opening up too much, and we needed to correct that for presentation's sake. So I added these little 3-inch ramekins, and I carefully lifted each onion and I placed them in the ramekins just to tighten them up a little bit. Let me just execute the finishing touches to these, and you'll understand why I did that. But we're gonna put the frosting on the cake, like I said. So, first thing I got some chopped brisket. This wasn't part of the recipe, but I decided I was gonna add it at the last minute. It's a Monday morning here in Southern New England, and 2 days ago, I just hosted a first birthday party for my grandson, and we did some brisket, and I reserved some of this brisket because I knew I was doing this Cook Monday, so I'm gonna add this brisket right now. So, I'm just gonna sprinkle some of the brisket onto the tops of these onions. I'm gonna allow the remainder of the brisket to fall into that broth because that's gonna flavor that broth up even more. So on with our brisket. I'm just gonna drizzle it all in the soup. It's going all in this broth. All that is more flavor. All right, next I've got some shredded Gruyere cheese. I'm just basically gonna mound up a pile on each one of these onions. Can you ever have enough cheese? I don't think so. We're going up, baby. We're going vertical with the rest of this cheese. It's gonna be the Gruyere cheese skyscraper. All right, these are gonna go back in. All right, we're gonna let this roll and we'll be back in about 10 minutes, so stick around. All right, 10 minutes in, our cheese is all melted. We're gonna get these off right now. And there we go. We got cheesy goodness going on here. Cheesy, beefy, oniony. We're gonna get it over to our workstation. We're gonna get all this plated up. So you're gonna wanna see this, so stick around. Don't you dare go anywhere. All right, we're gonna get this plated up, but the first thing I wanna say is everybody knows that shit can happen, especially when you're cooking. No matter how well you plan, no matter how well you're all ready to go, you're in the middle of doing your cook, something happens unexpectedly. So you can't dwell on that like I sometimes do. You need to overcome. You need to shift on the fly, like I always say. So that happened to us with this cook right now. I had our onion all cut, but during the smoking process, it kind of opened up a little bit more than I wanted to. And for the sake of presentation, I needed to get that bloomin' onion back in a more compact presentation so that we could apply our brisket and the cheese. So it's exactly what we did with these ramekins. It brought everything back, it brought everything tight. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna leave the ramekins because I'm gonna remove each one and place it in our serving bowl. And this is all gonna work out, and it was just a fix that we thought of on the fly. Now, next thing you wanna do, we wanna ladle in some of this lovely beef broth. It's got onion in it, it's got that beef tallow, it has tarragon, bay leaf, and most importantly, there's some of that smoked brisket that we added. So we basically just want to go in and spoon some of this broth right around your onion in the bowl. And you certainly can get some of that on top of the onion. It's only gonna be more flavor. All right, next I get some croutons. These happen to be store-bought. They're actually Caesar salad croutons. And we just wanna drop those into our broth, into the bowl. I'm gonna put about 3 or 4 in each bowl. And those will soften up as they're sitting in there, and there'll be a nice little soft, bready bite. Hit it with a little bit of seasoning, rub that we started off with. Just give a little slight sprinkle of that to incorporate more of that flavor profile. It's already there, but we just want to brighten up some of the flavors that we already have in here. Next, we're going to garnish with a couple of fresh tarragon leaves. And the most important garnish of all, a Gruyere cheese Tuiles. Oops, I already crushed one. Shit happens, like I said. All right, so there you have it, folks. Wise Guys Barbecue, deconstructed, smoked French onion soup. You're gonna love this, so we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, because we're gonna try this, and we'll let you know how great this is, because it certainly looks great. Be right back, don't go anywhere. All right, there's the finished dish, smoked, deconstructed French onion soup. It threw us a little curveballs along the way. A couple things I wasn't expected, but we overcame. We used a little ingenuity, and we conquered our troubles. So the only thing we have to do is give this a taste. So I'm smelling tremendous beefiness out of that. So enough said, let's go full in. I'm gonna go with the broth first, because I'm gonna take this in steps. Because it's deconstructed, there's pieces flying all over the place, so step by step, I'm gonna compose this entire dish for you, so. Oh, I mean, just the broth alone, I'm good just with the broth. It's beefy, it's oniony, it's smoky. The smoke from the smoker, that smoked brisket, it's just adding so much flavor to it, the onion. Let's not forget one of these little croutons here. They're all soggy, they've absorbed all that beefy stock. This is giving me childhood memories. French onion soup has been around for decades. It's been a standard item. It's kind of like lost some of its fanfare, but it's time to bring French onion soup back, and I hope we did it in a way that you've never seen before. All right, let's get into this onion with all this gooey Gruyere cheese. First thing, I'm gonna try one of these Gruyere Tuiles. Crispy, cheesy, light, delicate. These are absolutely delicious. Time for the onion. I'm gonna need a knife and fork for this. All right, let's just cut through this bad boy. I'm seeing onion, I'm seeing cheese, I'm seeing brisket. There you go. Croutons, cheese, brisket. It's all here. This is insane. It's amazing. I hope you're gonna do it at home, because you're absolutely gonna love it. Try it out soon. I'm Tommy the Butcher for Wise Guys Barbecue. Please like, share, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you will not miss an episode. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.